Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Respected friends, welcome you all. Gratitudes and congratulations. And I'm sure you had a very wonderful Maha Shivaratri celebration in Lord Shiva Smarana, Shiva Upasana, Shiva Prarthana, Shiva Ikya Prayatna. How much we have succeeded in invoking Shiva Tattva, becoming one with Shiva Tattva, though is a very good question to discuss about. But while doing all these Shiva Smaranadi Upasanas on this most holy Shiva Ratri day, the best thing that happens to the individual and the total is the Ashiva Smaranas of the mana of the binding sankalpas and thoughts of the nature of the worldliness. They are arrested, they are stopped, they are given a break. That itself is the most Shivaratri achievement. That nothing Ashiva thought by us that day. And then the Shiva Smarana, when it is too intense and up to the mark level, why not? It shall reach the Shiva. For he is very much there, everywhere there. If he is not there, then how come these many Shastras, how come these many Mahatmas speaking lie about the Shiva Anubhava, Shiva Darshana, which they have got? So, when they are done intensely by us, definitely that Shiva Shanti in us, the Shiva Jnana in us, then the Shiva tuning to in us, ultimately the Shiva Anubhuti in the transcendental form, Shiva Anubhuti as the entire Jagat is Shiva Swarupa, Shiva Anubhuti, the Shiva in the desired Rupa, he gives darshan. So from him, all that wanted, the Dukkha Nivritti, the Sukha Shanti Prapti, the Bhakti Prapti, the Jnana Prapti, through Jnana Ekatva Prapti, all of them shall happen. That way, beginning on Shivaratri day, let every day be tried to make it as Shivaratri. That's how a wise person who has cleared himself of all inner and outer nonsense can think about, can decide, can act upon. So, by the next Shivaratri comes, may we all celebrate every day as Shivaratri in trying to invoke Shiva Tattva, which is already there in us, and really reach to it. Once again, congratulations. Shivo Rakshatu, Shivo Rakshatu, Shivo Rakshatu. Alright, friends, like every day, the five aspects of ours Vedic Mantrocharana, some common sense thought, important, useful, Sankalpa Prarthanas, Upanishad Mantra Ucharana, Upanishad Adhyayana with Bhashya to grasp the topic. Veda mantra is Shanchame Mayaschame. This entire week we are doing. Start 5 times. ॐ शञ्च मे मयश्च मे प्रियञ्च मे नुकामश्च मे कामश्च मे सौ मनसश्च मे भद्रञ्च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणञ्च मे यन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वञ्च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रञ्च मे सुश्च मे प्रसूश्च मे सीरञ्च मे लयश्च मरुतञ्च मे अमृतञ्च मे अयक्ष्मञ्च मे अनामयच्च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे अनमित्रं च मे अभयं च मे सुगं च मे शयनं च मे सुषा च मे सुदिनं च मे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ शञ्च मे मयश्च मे प्रियञ्च मेऽनुकामश्च मे कामश्च मे सौमनसश्च मे भद्रं च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणं च मे यन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वं च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रं च मे सूश्च मे प्रसूश्च मे क्षीरं च मे लयश्च मरुतं च मे अमृतं च मे अयक्ष्मं च मे अनामयश्च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे अनमित्रं च मे अभयं च मे सुगं च मे शयनं च मे सुहुषा च मे सुदिनं च मे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ शञ्च मे मयश्च मे प्रियञ्च मेऽनुकामश्च मे कामश्च मे सौ मनसश्च मे भद्रं च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणं च मे यन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वं च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रं च मे सुहुश्च मे प्रसूश्च मे क्षीरं च मे लयश्च मरुतं च मे अमृतं च मे अयक्ष्मं च मे अनामयच्च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे अनमित्रं च मे अभयं च मे सुगं च मे शयनं च मे सुषा च मे सुदिनं च मे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ शञ्च मे मयश्च मे प्रियञ्च मेऽनुकामश्च मे कामश्च मे सौमनसश्च मे भद्रं च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणं च मे यन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वं च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रं च मे सूश्च मे प्रसूश्च मे क्षीरं च मे लयश्च मरुतं च मे अमृतं च मे अयक्ष्मं च मे अनामयच्च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे अनमित्रं च मे अभयं च मे सुगं च मे शयनं च मे सूषा च मे सुदिनं च मे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ शञ्च मे मयश्च मे प्रियञ्च मेऽनुकामश्च मे कामश्च मे सौमनसश्च मे भद्रं च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणं च मे यन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वं च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रं च मे सूश्च मे प्रसूश्च मे क्षीरं च मे लयश्च मरुतं च मे अमृतं च मे अयक्ष्मं च मे अनामयच्च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे अनमित्रं च मे अभयं च मे सुगं च मे शयनं च मे सुषा च मे सुदिनं च मे ॐ शान्तिः 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 Respected friends, in today's common sense thought discussion, what we can do is see, we are lucky by choice also, by blessings also, that the sublime Upanishadic Shastras we are studying from sufficient time. With that, has it happened in our life that the presence of Brahma Tattva is understood and the Svikruti has happened. There is something beyond all this that is called in Upanishad as Brahma Tattva. Has our intellect has come to that level of accepting the presence of that Brahma Tattva Adhisthana beyond behind this entire seen world of multiplicity. That's the main theme of the Upanishads. A question we have to ask. Second is the glory of that Brahma Tattva also is understood, that it is infinite, that is it is imperishable, that it is blissful, that it has no janma marana jara rogadi vikara, and that it is theoretically intellectually to begin with our own self. Have we understood that glory of the Brahma Tattva? First, presence and existence of that substratum as it entered us. Second, its glory. Third one, Most important one, lucky if we get that only in the anubhuti of the Brahma Swarupa of ours that we are free from all wants, from all limitations, from, from all, let us say, the struggles, from all disappointments, which we call as dukkha, which we call as samsara. Has this third most crucial point happened to us? That Brahma Praptya Eva Moksha. In fact, today, tomorrow, in our yoga, in the Shwethashwathara, that's the shloka. Na anya panta vidyate ayanaya. We'll be studying it. But sufficient Upanishad studied, evening yoga vasistas, so many Adi Shankaras, Granthas, and Puranas we are going throughout the day. That only in the Paramatma Prapti that there is moksha from all limitations, from all dukkhas, from all struggles, from all disappointments, from all wants. Is equal to we are fulfilled. Is equal to we have reached the journey. Is equal to we are purna, we are complete, we are contented, we are satisfied. After which nothing remains to be known, nothing remains to be gained, nothing remains to be struggled for. This is the third point, has to deeply enter into our system. Let our study of Shastras be keeping that in mind as goal. Now the consequence is what the fourth point. If that is what is understood, will we not seriously, sincerely, wholeheartedly, completely, all through the day pursue only that Paramatma Prapti Marga, isn't it? If we are not following that Marga throughout the day today, the reason is this only, isn't it? So, should we not be more serious about getting convinced about this truth? And this is what all experienced Mahatmas, sages, and saints are speaking to us through all the Upanishads. That we have reached this, and here it is complete. There is nothing more for you to be reached or gained, etc. How wonderful it is. Dekho. So, our Shastra Adhyana, let it be in this way done. That let us be convinced that there is nothing. There is when the Paramatma Prapti obtained, everything is gained. Then our whole life should be dedicated only for that. This should be the understanding as an outcome of the Upanishads. Now the second is the same Upanishads, Mandukya Adi, all of them. Some in less quantity, Mandukya with Karikas in more quantity. Have they not spoken again and again about everything other than Brahman as not actual, not real? Is this also knowledge entered us? Shrutya Yuktya, because of the Shastras and because of the Yuktis and the Upamanas, like our own experiences of dream, and the Upamanas like that of the Bhrantis like Sarpa and the Rajju. How many times that has been raised the topic and has been explained, discussed. That other than this one first truth, Brahma Satyam, the second truth or knowledge that the Jagat Mithya, has it been caught by us deeply, sincerely, not only during the class time, but all through whole our system, intellectual system should be digested with this knowledge that even though I am seeing, experiencing, yet the Jagat is not as real as it is. It is mithya. Most important. Now, the sixth point is if it is convinced to me, convincing that the Jagat is mithya, the outcome of it, can I have any desire for the Jagat? Because for the mithya, you cannot have the desire. If still we have desire, means still we are taking it as reality. Means that aspect of Upanishadic study has not become thorough in us. Maybe we are lacking in our serious sincere Shravana, or we are not backing it by our serious sincere Manana Chintana. Or still we have the ego stronger, making us hesitate to accept what we have understood. Understood but not accepted. Ego is poking in between because it wants still the bhoga of the world. So it's not allowing us to accept. It allowed us to understand. But understanding has never helped anyone, no? Acceptance. That the Jagat is Mithya. Therefore, can we afford to have any desire for the Jagat when it is Mithya? Isn't it? Think about it. Even you can you have any desire for any of the eatables or the money or the clothes or vehicles, anything of the dream having woken up. It is a laughable thing because how can I have a desire for a gold biscuit of the dream? Because it is never there. It appeared, isn't it? Even though, like we have awakened to the waking plane undoubtedly, fully, therefore, the dream is mithya. Therefore, there is no desire for dream world. In spirituality, even though we have not awakened to the Atmanubhuti, after which, like the dream biscuit was unreal, so we never asked in the waking, so to the whole waking will be unreal, we will not ask for it. That's ultimate. But to achieve to that state, to do the sadhana, intellect Bhagavan has given, na? Using that intellect, studying the Shastras, using the Upamanas and Yuktis, definitely we can come to the conviction about Jagat being Mithya and therefore not having any desire for it. And this not having desire for the Jagat is the Abhyasa Yoga, as we saw yesterday in Yoga Vasishta Maharamayana. After conviction, because even after the conviction is Jagat is Mithya, still the habitual error of desiring for the world continues, with which the knowledge has nothing to help us. If that knowledge, conviction has to help us, through the Abhyasa Yoga, really we have to discover the freedom from desiring anything from the world by Abhyas. Like today, whole day, I will only take something which is required for my survival. I will not have any desire. I will not entertain any desire. I will not act according to desire. Let me see what will happen to me today. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. So when we make a habit of it, we are doing dharma. Even taking food, taking rest also required for the body. Therefore, we are doing it. That requirement is called as dharma. Therefore, only that we are doing. Our eating also is not desire fulfillment. Our sleep also is not bhoga. This is called Abhyasa Yoga to be done. To that extent, as the desires are getting quietened, removed, to that extent, the mind is found to be quiet and calm. In that mind, the jijnasa to know the truth, to experience the reality, can be true and genuine. Such mind can afford to do those antarmukha sadhanas. Right now, the buddhi has got jnanam. Along with it, the mana also has the lot of kamana for the jagat. Because after understanding Jagat is Mithya, the abhyasa of freeing ourselves from the kamana, we are not practicing. Without abhyasa, we cannot master the art of freedom from desire. And imagine a state, just for the sake of it, we have no desire at all for anything. How relaxed the mind is. We now think that desire, fulfillment of desire alone is the way of life. That is an utter ignorance. Desire of what you have? There is nothing real in the world. Only self is real. And self is not desired because it is you only. Though we call it as Atma Kamana to counter all Anatma Kamanas. Atma Kamana cannot be Kamana also. Because it is you. It is you have to be so. What is do you call it as Kamana? You are that, why? You are that or you are like I don't have a Kamana that I have to be a man. Because I am that already. isn't it? So, in this way, Abhyasa Yoga. It is the next point, fifth, sixth, seventh. Now, the next very, very essential point is from our own side, we attend. When we don't have desire for anything of the world, Sthula or Sukshma. Sthula is Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasagandha. Sukshma is at the Mana and Buddhi level. At the Mana level, the emotional desires. At the Buddhi level, the intellectual desires. The ego level, that I have to be recognized. I have to be recognized is the ego level desire. I have to have all lots of knowledge, information is the intellectual desire. I must be loved by others, liked by others. They are all the emotional desires. When from our own side, when we don't have these things, great conquering we have done, then what world offers to us, or what world is doing, or what is happening in the world, can we or should we have any importance to? Think about it. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दिस इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट इन आवर टुडेज डिस्कशन मुझे कोई किसी से कुछ चाहत नहीं है तो फिर वो जगत किस तरफ जा रहा है क्या बिहेव कर रहा है वो मुझे क्या दे रहा है उससे मुझे क्या फर्क पड़ता है मीन्स इफ somebody is insulting me if somebody is cheating me somebody is troubling me इतने सारे जो लाइफ में हर दिन होते रहते हैं हाउ कैन आई हैव एनी कॉन्सिक्वेंस ऑफ इट ऑन मी because I get cheated when I expect that others should not cheat me. I get disappointed when I have an expectation that others should love me, respect me. Now, these are all conquered at the second level. So, then will we have any struggle or worry to tolerate the world or to stop the unnecessary and never successful effort of changing the world? Remember, the world and worldly people, especially, have their own vasanas, have their own prarabdhas. Whether it is wife or husband or parents or children, first and foremost, they themselves are an individual. Then only out of some runanubandha, we came together, which is never permanent. Isn't it? In this very life itself, there is no guarantee that after 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, we'll be together or not. And forget about the next life or past life. Nobody were there. Who were there? Who are there now in this life? None of them were there in past. And nobody now who are there will be in future life. In this life also, who changes from what to what, good to bad, bad to worst, or worst to bad, bad to good? ये सारा uncertainties. Therefore, as we saw it a month back in the common sense thought, let nothing in the world's happenings surprise us. Nothing of the world. Somebody may cheat us, leave us, and go. Somebody may totally change in their expression, personality. है ना somebody's health can go away somebody's money can go away हमारे आसपास वाले your own children your grandchildren अरे किसको क्या हो रहा है क्या पता they are our children and grandchildren is secondary primarily they are the individual jivas who brought their own prarabdha therefore what can happen to whom at what time we don't know but all in all we maintain our purity we maintain our decorum our goodness our honesty our loyalty we maintain all our good expressions as we have studied from the Shastras. The duties, the dharmas, the values, the eternal values, whatever are there of love, of kindness, of forgiveness. If you don't do that, then the other option is suffer. Any decision, any action done, consequence of which is suffering, is not correct wisdom. Pandita Nanushochanti. Isn't it? Not only now, for the future. We have to see the consequence. Like if I forgive someone now, I'll have such a self-confidence and self-esteem after a few years that I could forgive. But instead of forgiving, I took revenge and retaliation. Later on, I'll only regret my kyun kiya. Because nobody is permanent in my life. Why should I worry? But is my husband, is my wife, eat with my husband. That is also there are limitations. Even before that, he is a man. He is independent. He is a jiva. He brought his own prarabdhas, samskaras, wisdoms, ignorances, desires. So many. He is individual by himself. Just like you are individual by yourself. But I never do wrong to that person. That is your goodness. You maintain it. You don't become bad because the other fellow is bad or felly, whoever. That is your decency. That's the Lord is seeing you. For that you are rewarded. These things which happen in life, that the brothers or the sisters or even children sometimes, or the wife or the husband, कोई ना कोई तंग करते रहते हैं, किसी न किसी रूप में. And we have no answer to that question. है ना? When you have no answer to question, don't search for answer then. What's the question we ask? But why it's happening to me? You see, the other day we saw, you remember, कि in this universe, to whichever the being, whatever the anubhava is coming, that can come to us also. Don't have a surprise. अभी कोई उस माइन में फंस गए, कल को मैं भी फंस सकता हूँ. कोई वहां कुंभ मेला में भगदड़ में मर गए. आई मे ऑल्सो बी देयर वन डे देयर. Somebody died in the floods. I can be that. In some life or the other, sometime or the other. If my karma is like that, isn't it? Which we don't know now. Therefore, anything happens, yes, it has a cause unknown. Accept it. There should be no surprise. But I never expected that that person will trouble me, cheat me. I don't expect that he will not cheat also then. Then it becomes a situation, not a problem. For so long he loved and not cheated me. Now he cheated me. So as you accepted the love, accept this also. Save yourself first of all. These are the problems happen na, in the domestic life. बट इतने साल से इतना प्यार दिए मेरे बच्चों ने, सडनली उसका हमने शादी कर दिया, अब वो बीवी के साथ गया, मेरे को हमको छोड़कर. स्वामी जी क्या करे? फर्स्ट तो आई विल कॉल दैट फेलो एंड थैंक, बिकॉज ऑफ हिम यू केम टू द क्लास. At least to me. See, the thing is what? He married to her or she married him. They have their own problem, prarabdha to come together. For that only they came together, no? Then through them the children have to come. Through them the society has to get its own prarabdha. अब इतने चीजें हैं of which we have no control, sway. So it will go on happening. It's like you married, you were also away from your parents. How much they also might have gone through that dukkha. कारण तो अलग है ना. The son has gone either with the daughter-in-law somewhere, or नहीं तो he's got transferred somewhere, posted somewhere. And in cases you only send sometimes. मेरा बेटा अमेरिका जाके पढ़ेगा, आप वहीं सेटल हो गए हो फिर. So see how many things we have discussed today. The consequence of the Upanishadic study should relieve us from all these things. First, Brahma accepted. Second, Brahma Satya accepted. Third, Brahma Mahima accepted. Fourth, Brahma Prapti Eva Moksha accepted. Then, Brahma Prapti Sadhana Eva we have to do. Second, therefore, other than him, the entire Jagat is Mithya. Therefore, from our side, we can never afford to have any desire. Thereafter, if I myself have no desire expectation, how can I get disturbed when something from the world is happening by itself or to me? Examples are all these things. And to a serious, sincere bhakta, sadhaka, Bhagavan gives so many miserable experiences of the world that you just turn towards the Lord and accept the fact Paramatma alone is reality. He alone can be trusted. He alone should be owned. No other human being can be trusted or owned. Isn't it? Because all are minds only, all are Maya only. And Maya कोई ठिकाना है क्या उसका? कब किस तरह वो erratically behave करेगा उसको ही नहीं पता. But why my husband is like that? He himself doesn't know why he's like that. Then how can he answer you? And how can you get the answer? Only yogi jnani can understand his mind and control. Is your husband yogi and jnani? Hota to why will he marry you? Isn't it? So somehow we have to find answers to questions, solutions to problems. Not don't answer to question means sometimes question का छोड़ना ही answer है. है ना? Sometimes acceptance itself is solution to problem. Move ahead. You also are individual. You also brought your prarabdha. That's why it has happened to through that nimitta. देखो, you and I are studying Shastra. Therefore, I have this courage to tell all these things to you. You can understand it too. And the people who never come to satsang, but the problems equally come to them also, like they come to us. How to explain to them all this? And is there any other solution than these intellectual, spiritual understandings? That is why, even to sort out the worldly happenings, the only way is Shastra there. Because Shastra not only tells about the truth, it also talks about all this. People never study Shastras, therefore, Kamana Vikaras are so much in the mind. And with the worldly people behavior, they get frustrated and never the touch of the spirituality. Then what anybody can do? Only can suggest, now you start it. What you have missed so far. You cannot have anything other than Paramatma as the goal because he alone is the reality. But by the things were so good for so long, that was by mistake. Isn't it? Who told you to do the punya? Only paap karo, zabardast dhakka milega, then become sadhak. You did punya, therefore you had good things. And then that's what you see. The intelligent person, na, when the dukkha comes, he understands. Very important thought, conclusion. Dukkha comes, he understands the world is giver of dukkha, therefore he gets vairagya. An intelligent person, when the sukha comes, if he's intelligent, he understands that the sukha has a knack of asking us to repeat it, by which it binds us, it enslaves us, and thereby, just like the dukkha, even more than the dukkha, sukha also takes us away from the truth. That's why the great shlokas of Gita. Your goal is Paramatma, therefore, sukha dukkhe same krutva. Your goal is Paramatma, therefore, labha labhav same krutva. In the world, your goal is Paramatma, therefore, jaya jayav same krutva. Yet, you have to get exhausted of the prarabdha, therefore, tataha yuddhaya yujyasva. Then, the regrets, the guilts, the remorses, the vasanas, all of them are called papam, naivam papam avapsasi. 36th shloka of second chapter. We'll be studying it in a few days of time. Why? That samatha is taught because what happens in the world is meaningless. Something good will happen, sometime bad will happen. All because of the karma. Isn't it? If you add less chini in the chai mein, the taste is different. More, the taste is different. Correct dalo, correct difference, correct taste. So the first two examples gave us dukkha, third one gave us sukha. That's the phala. Why? Because of the karma of your adding less or more sugar. कर्म का फल होता ही रहता है वो. The wise person knows this. Sukha also has a knack of greed development. That's what the problem, no? That's what we were discussing so far. Somebody loved me means I want him to love me throughout life. Okay, he will love you. But what about sadhana spirituality? It appears to be meaningless. Which one? The pursuit of Paramatma. Why? There's some stupid fellow loving you. Somebody is loving you, whoever he may be. See the greed is not, therefore dukkha is more dangerous. Sukha is more dangerous than dukkha. दुख में कम से कम एहसास होता है यार everything is meaningless. Some vairagya comes in dukkha. Yeah, let me leave it. Sukha is more dangerous. It is more intoxicating. Dukkha is awakening. That's why Kunti Mata asked, give me more and more dukkhas so that I turn towards you. Kunti Mata's only desire to Krishna is give more and more dukkha. Vipada santunas tatvat tatra tatra jagadguru. Vipada santu. Apada vipada only give us. Then only we remember you. Sukme I am forgetting you, Lord. Dekho. This is what's the difference in not understanding and understanding spirituality. A person who understands spirituality and the psychology, he knows that sukha is more poisonous than dukkha for spirituality. इसलिए दोनों में समान है because that's not my goal. They're all at the upadhi level. I want to reach the nirupadhika brahman. Okay, good discussion today. I believe for me. आपको भी देख लेना. ओम 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 सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ओम शांति 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 ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ओम यैरिमे गुरुवे पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं पादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ॐ विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधा जलधे ओम भवता जनता सुहिता भविता निजबोध विचारण चारुमते कलयेश्वर जीव विवेक विदम भव शंकर देशिक मे शरणम ओम ब्रह्मानंदम परम सुखदम केवलम ज्ञानमूर्तिम द्वंद्वातीतं गगन सदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः श्री श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायिनां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्य भक्तभगत परम्परादीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थं अस्मिन् सनातनं संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं स सर्वेषां निरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णात् समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय भूभागादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना ज्ञाग साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रूणां शाश्वत रूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृतेः संप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्ष धर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद्देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृदेश धर्म सनातन धर्म इत्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदा आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे ओम नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम् ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ओम शांति 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 ओम अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः chant from the seventh mantra ओम ततः परं ब्रह्म परं बृहन्तं यथा निकायं सर्वभूतेषु गूढं विश्वस्यैकं परिवेष्टितारम् ईशं तं ज्ञात्वा अमृता भवन्ति वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेव विदित्वाति मृत्युमेति नान्यः पन्था विद्यते यनाय यस्मात् परं न परमस्ति किञ्चित् यस्मान्नानीयो न ज्यायोऽस्ति कश्चित् वृक्षैव स्तब्धो दिवि तिष्ठत्येकः तेनेदं पूर्णं पुरुषेण सर्वं ततो यदुत्तरतरं तदरूपमनामयम् य एतद्विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ति अथेतरे दुःखमेवापि यन्ति सर्वाननशिरोग्रीवः सर्वभूतगुहाशयः सर्वव्यापी स भगवान् तस्मात् सर्वगतः शिवः महान् महान् प्रभुर्वै पुरुषः सत्त्वस्यैव प्रवर्तकः सुनिर्मलाम् इमां प्राप्तिम् ईशानो ज्योतिरव्ययः अङ्गुष्ठमात्रः पुरुषोऽन्तरात्मा सदा जनानां हृदये सन्निविष्टः हृदामन्वीषो मनसा विक्लुप्तः य एतद्विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ति सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात् स भूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठद्दशाङ्गुलं पुरुष एव इदगं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यम् उतामृतत्वस्य ईशानः यदन्येन अतिरोहति. Friends, what a beautiful undertaking this is of trying to study, understand the Upanishadic deep knowledge of the Rishi Munis in which they are in the Mukta Sthiti. Wonderful and wonderful. Now, two mantras we have seen in which we have understood the Ishvara's presence, accepted it, prayed to him to come and look at us. Avichakashihi with such a benign divine looks that we get Paramatma Prapti. Hmm? या ते रुद्र शिवा तनूः अघोरा तनूः अपापकाशिनी तनूः तया नः तनुवा शन्तमया गिरिशन्ता अविचाकशी. So the positive asked. The conclusion Bhagavan says is Shreyasa niyojayasva ityartaha. Whenever the deep, intricate, detailed understandings don't come, the summary of it, if we catch, that also is enough. The summary is what? Shreyasa yojayasva. Put me in that Shreyo marga of becoming one with you. That in a more poetic manner, detailed manner, said as this one. Yate Rudra Shiva Tanuhu Agoraha Apapakashini Tayanaha Tanuva Shantamaya Girishanta Avichakashihi. It's very detailed poetic expression. The summary is Shreyasa Yojayaswa. Put me in the Shreyo Marga, O Lord. In the Shreyo Marga, though there are temporary priyata, but that's giving so much of dukkha. है the habit to the Preyo Marga, and every time we cannot do the thing required to get that prayers, making me so disappointed. In the Shreyo Marga, it is me, it's my own self, it's permanent, it once gained, gained once for all. And it is infinite too. Put me in the Shreyo Marga. Preyo Marga क्या है ना? टेम्पररी उपाधियों के स्तर पर प्रियता it gives. But for that, you have to pay a lot. And it becomes a habit to have that again and again. And every time you cannot pay. So simple it is. The Preyo Marga is like addiction to the drugs. First you have a lot of money. Therefore lavishly you buy the drugs. Once after that, because addicted to drug, you are not working. When you are not working, the money is over. But the addiction has developed. Then what do you do? To get that money, one goes in the wrong direction. Same is Preyo Marga. You have resources in the beginning to get them. When the resources are over, but still you want that priyata of the world. For that again go by the dharma papa marga. This trick of the binding effect of the prayo marga, if it clicks to our intellect, we are the most lucky ones. And we have to again act according to it. Therefore, I'll not even once go toward that prayo marga. That's what is Rama Bhagavan. That he says, I want nothing of the Rajya, Rajya Sukha, Rajya Bhoga. That's what Arjuna. Kim no Rajyana Govinda, Kim Bhogair Jivitenava. That's what Parikshit. Even I give up the food and hunger, food and water and sleep. That's what is our Nachiketa. That's how all of them got Brahmajnana and Moksha. Shreyasa Yojayasva, we are explaining. Then, second one is what? We might have done lots of papa. Oh Lord, Please don't shoot at us and kill us. Forgive us, give us the wisdom to turn towards you. That's the meaning of the seventh mantra. Sixth one, Yam Ishum Girishanta Haste Vivarshi Hastave Shivam He Giritra Tam Kuru Mahigamsihi Purusham Jagat. It's a very trickish thought. Bhagavan Adi Shankara's Bhashya is good. What he explained as Mahigamsihi Purusham Jagat with the arrow, he says, Ki Sakaram Brahma Pradarshaya iti Abhipretamartham Prarthitavan. The Abhipretamartham is what? Sakaram Brahma Pradarshaya. Means what? Don't hit with your arrow me. Means what? Your arrow of Ajnana or Moha or Maya should not spoil my mind. And what is the spoiling of the mind? That I see the world not as you, the Paramatma, but I see the world as Bhogavastu. Now, is not that is enough for the three types of losses? That when I see the world as Bhogavastu, first of all, I destroy the world. Second, I destroy myself being a Bhogi. Third, I am never towards Paramatma Prapti. So, therefore, Mahigamsi Purusham means let no Purusha be hit by your Maya, Astra or Bana. Then Mahigamsi Jagat. If the Purusha is spoiled in his mind, he will destroy the Jagat also. So it is Purusha me and the Jagat in front of me. Let you don't become cause of me destroying the Jagat. Why? How? Because if you hit your arrow to my mind is hit by the Maya. Then I take the world as the Bhogavastu. Then I mislead or misconnect with the Jagat. That's why here he said Sakara Brahma Pradarshya means the entire Jagat be seen by me as the Sakara Brahma. See the beauty of it? Sakaram Brahma Pradarshaya iti abhipretam artham. Prarthitavad. For me, only one thing is there, that's Brahman. And that Brahman has two ways to express. One is Nirakara, transcendental. Second is Sakara, immanent. In either case, in the Nirakara Brahmasthiti, I am one with it. Other than that, there's nothing, there's nothing to be done. In the Sakara Brahma, these upadhis also are part of the total world, only there to serve, isn't it? Only there to serve. That Mohamaya of I am different from the world is to be enjoyed, that should never come to my mind. If at all I am in the world, only one idea that I have to serve it. Are there not millions of people like parents? How many parents are there who serve the children with extreme selfishness? Very few, meager. But it's not 90% of the parents, at least when the children are up to the age of 3 or 4 years. Is there any iota of selfishness in the parents toward the children while taking care of them, except that love expressed because they are me only? So, that simple happening should be taken as the complete possibility that we can take the whole world as Narayana expression, Shiva expression, and we can deal with the world throughout life, every moment, everywhere, only to serve. Then you are freed from your own mind. I am freed from my own mind. Full stop karna hai. Shut up. Like the children you tell, you just sit and do the study. That's it. I'm not giving you cell phone. That's the way you have to treat the children. So to the way the mind has to be treated. You just shut up. See the world as Paramatma and worship. That's it. Isn't it? After that intellectual conviction, the mind has to be commanded to behave according to the intellect. That's the way we protect from the mind and Maya. That's the meaning of Mahigamsi Purusha. Means give me that wisdom where I see the whole world as you, and give me that courage where I serve the world and not I look at the world as the Bhogavastu. Thereafter, I do the hymns of the world. Now, the same shloka in a different manner said in Kathopanishad as what you know. Paranchikani vyatrunat swayambhuhu tasmat parang pashyadina antarat. And all Indriyas Bhagavan has put extroverted. That's why the Indriyas are helpless victims of wanting to see outside only. It's a manufacturer's defect. That's what said there. But it yet kashchit dhira, some akalmand banda, pratyega atmanam ikshatu. He will just turn and see the self inside. For that, he does both avrita chakshu, amritattvam ichcha. Don't blame the God. Bhagwan, तुमने मेरे इंद्रियां बहिर्मुख बनाया. You improve upon God only by becoming antarmukh. That's the challenge to you. Bhagwan will put both good and bad in the world. Don't fight with him. It is his word. Avoiding the bad and doing the good is your discretion. Isn't it? Durguna sadguna. है जड़ चेतन गुण दोषमय विश्व कीनी करतार संत हंस गुण गहि पय परिहरिवारी विकार है ना जड़ चेतनमय गुण दोषमय करतार विश्व कीनी करतार भगवान ने विश्व को जड़ चेतन गुण दोषमय संत हंस गुण गहि पय है ना संत रूपी हंस गुण रूपी दूध रूपी गुण को लेता है परिहरि विकार वारी सो द दोष रूपी वारी वो हंस के समान संत छोड़ता है दूध के समान गुणों को ही लेता है दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ माहिगम सी ही पुरुषन जगत है ना when we request like when we put the pleading application to the president of India accepting that yes, I have done a mistake, pardon me, don't give me capital punishment, please reduce this to the life imprisonment, I'll serve. आप लेटर लिखेंगे तो you can consider, no, though one deserves that capital punishment, so too with all our papa we may deserve terrible punishment by the Lord. You know what is the punishment given by the Lord? Is he takes our attention away from him. That's the biggest punishment. So don't do the himsa to me, O Lord, and to all Purushas. And here is a blackmail also to the Lord. तुम हमको मत बिगाड़ोगे तो हम जगत को बिगाड़ेंगे तो तुम बनोगे कारण. But don't, no need to take in that tone or tune, but it's a possibility. Mahikam si purusham jagat is a karuna purna prarthana. No Purusha, no Jagat me troubled by you, O Lord. It is yours. Also asking for forgiveness. And the wisdom level, don't do himsa to me by spoiling my mind. Bless me by giving jnana to my buddhi. So that I see the Jagat as you, immanent, and I see you, transcendental. So that I am never away from you. And my behavior is Shastriya, good for me, to you, and the world. That's how it is. Now comes the next mantra. Idanim, now, tasya eva karanatmana avasthanam darshayan. That Brahman alone is the karana atma of everything. While telling this knowledge, jnanad amrutatvam aha. Only by this knowledge and abiding in that karana as me, that there is amrutata. Amrita means not only the deathlessness, Shruti, but before the death is not at all a problem. Because मर गए तो हो गया. But before the death, the bhaya, and throughout the life being in the body, the miseries we go through, isn't it? The bodily diseases, limitations, bodily cravings, bodily demands, and being in the body as a jiva related to the other bodies, other people, and the quarrel struggle with them, they are million times worse than death. Death, in fact, is a solution. You see, we have to be little ruthless to understand this fact. अब डेली लड़ाई झगड़ा कर रहे हैं मियाँ बीवी, एक मर गया तो प्रॉब्लम खत्म. एवरीवेयर दैट इज, इवन द कोर्ट फील सो हैप्पी कि दोनों के बीच में केस चल रहा है, एक मर गया, अब केस खत्म. Otherwise, that stupid fellow, उसके लिए daily lawyer, prosecutor talk to each other, and that judge has to listen all that nonsense, and finally he has to give a verdict. बेचारा उसने बेकार में अपने खाने के लिए ये वृत्ति उसने चुना. Otherwise, is there any meaning in all these quarrels and wars or fightings? Stupid है वो तो. So in one way, Murti is a solution also. See that All wisdom you have to ready to accept. Some of them may appear to be very harsh and hard and ruthless. सच तो हमेशा कड़वा ही होता है ना. So here I am telling amrutatva means what? Not only freedom from the mrityu, but freedom from all miseries which are worse than mrityu while living. Like while living only, we are living the death called as misery every time. And after death, again we'll be living death only because we enter into some other body to continue. But if this jnanam is gained, while living only, we are enjoying amrutata. Means no miseries, and we are self, self has no death. Then after dying, there is no death at all. Body is the one which is changed. Tata dehantara prapti. Or the other shloka after six more shlokas it will come. पुराने पटे कपड़े छोड़कर वासाम से जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपणानि उपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति. There's no mrityu. So therefore, the Paramakarana is Paramatma, and knowing that Paramatma is the Dukkha Rahitya Sukha Prapti Mruti Rahitya Amrutatva Hetu. That's what is the purpose of this next mantra. Number 7. Let us chant it 4 times. ततः परं ब्रह्म परं बृहन्तं यथा निकायं सर्वभूतेषु गूढं विश्वस्यैकं परिवेष्टितारम् ईशं तं ज्ञात्वा अमृता भवन्ति. अगेन ततः परं ब्रह्म परं बृहन्तं यथा निकायं सर्वभूतेषु गूढं विश्वस्यैकं परिवेष्टितारम् ईशं तं ज्ञात्वा अमृता भवन्ति. Tell you friends, such mantras, if our vision is opened, ability to see the deeper meaning of the mantras, how clear they are, how kind and compassionate is the jnanam that is there in it to redeem us from the self created problems, miseries. Remember, the jnani and ajnani, as we saw again the other day in one of the class, that the ajnani chooses to see the never ever changing, ever modifiable upadhis and goes on suffering. And the jnani at the very place chooses to see the substratum. बस ही इज मुक्त. जिसने सबस्ट्रेटम देखा वो मुक्त है, जिसने सुपर इम्पोज्ड देखा वो बद्ध है. इतना ही. Like in the general vyavahara also, the one who is pessimistic about everything, even in the good also he sees pessimism. आराम से गाड़ी चल रही है, पता नहीं कब एक्सीडेंट होगा, वो बोलेगा वो. The thought itself gives misery because it's not going to happen, but he has thought over and is miserable. Isn't it a pessimist attitude of creating miseries even in the happy moods? Now see the other fellow, the most optimist. Even in the worst of the situation also, he has some light to recognize, some knowledge to recognize, some positive to see. He will be never miserable because his drushti is in seeing what's good in that. ये हमको डेवलप करना है. Even to make the outer vyavahara smoother, we have to discover the blessings hidden even in the worst. And they are there because the whole world show is run by the Lord. Lord cannot trouble, punish, curse anyone. Even in that so-called superficial trouble punishments, there is secret treasure of blessings only are hidden. First, we have to be wise enough to discover them. Like this, I was telling the example in the common sense thought today. Convert everything for vairagya, isn't it? That person left me. Very good, you are free now. You pursue Paramatma. Don't become गधा मत बन. जब ये गधे ने छोड़ दिया तो दूसरा भी छोड़ेगा, तीसरा भी छोड़ेगा. भगवान is the only one who will not leave you. He gives you all the infinite bliss. These optimistic things like that. Optimistic vision is what? जो भी हो रहा है अच्छा ही हो रहा है बस. इस जगत में बुरा हो ही नहीं सकता. बुरा दृष्टि हो सकता है ना. इसमें फर्क इतना ही है कि because the world doesn't accept it because they are sentimental fools and emotional fools, outside you don't speak it. but inside you can think word. And like we sadhakas, sadhus, sannyasis. You know, ruthlessly I'm telling. If somebody comes and tells me, Swamiji, that friend has left me, and do you think I become miserable and sympathetic to you? I say, thank God, अच्छा हो गया कि अब तू मेरे पास आ सत्संग कर साधना कर. Depending on the person, we may say or may not say, but in our heart, though, we look at this way only. It's a blessing that you are alone, that you can work for your own improvement. We don't make, अयो ऐसा है क्या बेचारा, चल ठीक है मैं इससे बात करता हूँ, हम तुम दोनों को मिलाऊंगा, हम दोनों मिलकर मेरे को छोड़कर जाओ. ऐसा थोड़ी कहूंगा मैं. मेरे को मीन्स साधना को, परमात्मा को. Just like in Vyavahara, we have to have the optimistic vision, not pessimistic. Even spirituality may also see the reality. You will be ceasing to become miserable. See not the reality, you cease to be happy. You will be miserable only. That is the essence of Vedanta. We all are seeing changeable world. The Mahatma's Jnani see the changeless reality. And that half glass water wala example. अरे भैया आधा ग्लास खाली है बट आधा ग्लास भरा भी है ना पानी का. बस दिस मच इज द डिफरेंस. आधा भरा हुआ देखकर वन फेलो इज हैप्पी, आधा खाली देखकर अदर इज मिजरेबल. Isn't it? That's how we have to have vision. So tataha param, beyond that, brahma param, param brahma is there, brihantam is bigger than biggest, yatha nigayam sarvabhuteshu godam. He is there in all beings, as if fitting to the size of that being. Vishwasya ekam pariveshtitaram. Is the one in whom the whole universe is there, and is the common one, finally is there in everything. Isham is the Ishvara. Tam Jnatva, having known him, Amrita Bhavanti, one becomes immortal. Let us study this with Bhashya very deeply. Every mantra we give due respect, trying to understand. Let it take some time, doesn't matter. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Give 20 minutes to study Gita. Please come back.